Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Cookiecast. Today on Cookiecast, it's our football podcast. You can't see the forest for the teas. We've got a special guest in the way of Stuart Woodmansey, and host Paul and co-host James are in the house to deliver all the football news straight to your ears and your eyes. So here we go. This is Cookiecast. You can't see the forest for the teas. Welcome to Racers on Cast. I'm your host, Whitey Whiterson.
No. We're doing the wrestling podcast later on, so we'll need to discuss Jim Cornette at a later.
Still never told you about my New Jersey.
I just assumed it was that one.
This is literally the football cast. There's two of you sat in NFL tops talking about wrestling. Come on. On topic.
Well, why don't you get started, James?
You've been to one of these podcasts before, yeah?
This is perfectly on
the
topic.
guy that's keeping it on topic. I've listened to this before.
Who are you and what did you do with James Panas? I think is the question there.
Welcome to You Can't See the Forest for the Teas. I'm not sure if the episode counts.
God, you can just feel the passion he's got for this project in his voice, can't you?
It's the style, man.
What's that?
Oh, I'm going to give that style if I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Who are you? A member of Oasis in the 90s?
It's because at the start of the season he was like, yes,
Or-
it's week 1, it's week 2, because Forest are winning, and now it's like, whatever.
Literally 3 points off the top.
Yeah, but 3 points in that league is like 15 points. I have no idea what I'm saying.
Well, you must be 45 points clear. Adrift. I know, I've already said it. It's a shame I drink my coffee though, isn't it?
Well, there was loads of sugar in that coffee.
Did you sneakily put real syrup in it?
No, I didn't. I even asked what sugar-free syrups they had. Now he was taking it off topic.
Yeah, see?
Slag?
It literally is hot drink talk, pot kettle. That is what it is.
Wee.
Football. What has happened this week?
Well,
not what happened yesterday.
I was going to say, yesterday night
Can we
gave us
start?
an absolute gem.
Yeah, but let's do it chronologically.
Bring that to the end.
What happened
Skip to the
last Thursday?
England successfully qualified for Euro 2020.
Oh yeah, we've had 2 wins since,
because it was
haven't we?
really in danger of not happening.
2 big wins as well, I think. 2 huge wins against quality opponents.
They said that I think Harry Kane was the top scorer in qualifying, having played 2 games less than the net. Oh no, the stat was that England were the second top scorers in qualifying.
But we were in an 8-match
we were
group, rather
behind-
than a 10-match group.
Excuse me, we were only behind Belgium and level on goals with Italy, but both of them had played 2 extra games.
What did the little game finish last night? Oh,
Don't know. I think it was 8 at one point.
it was definitely 9-1 at one point.
Yes, like I said, it was 8 at
Yeah.
one point.
What was that? Which game?
Italy, was it Azerbaijan?
Azerbaijan.
So not quite as many as the Germany-Northern Ireland game then either. It was something like 6-1 in the end, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, they were in it as well. Like I think Northern Ireland scored first as well.
And then
Well,
was like,
that's
that's
rattled
it, job
the
done
game.
lads, we're off home.
But it's like, I mean, the home nations have a knack of doing that, because didn't Scotland score against Brazil first in a World Cup game and they got
Did anyone
fucking
see
leathered?
Gareth Bale with his flag?
Oh, did you see that?
No.
Wales, golf, Madrid, in that order. And he
It
held
was a
up.
Welsh flag, but the banners on it was there. He was just holding it with
So
his
everyone was just like, oh well, fuck you very much then.
Oh dear.
All the comments were, all Madrid fans won't understand English anyway. Yeah, just all his teammates, he's popped out this like big flag. I don't know like if someone gave it to him
Not seeing it.
or if he popped it out, but yeah, it's just a big Wales flag with
Not-
just.
I'm not seeing the Italy game. Oh, it was on Monday night. That's why 9-1 against Armenia.
Armenia was it?
Yeah. Wow. No one got that trick either. Gutted.
Did Immobile get some goals?
Ciro Immobile there. 2 goals.
Just think that it's one of the funniest things in football.
Your favourite player scored a pen.
Jorginho, yeah, I saw.
He's obviously just a really good penalty
Pen taker, yeah.
Was him that did the skip penalty?
Yeah.
I like that.
Who was that against recently?
It must have been the year.
Was it Ajax?
It must have been Ajax in
Yeah.
the Champions League.
Is the skip penalty like the equivalent of like when Fred Flintstone goes to bowl and he does that sort of tiptoe thing and he carries on?
Yeah, but he does it at the end.
No, so
doesn't
he does it. He does it into the strike.
So,
like, you know-
so whereas Flintstone does that and then
So like
he does.
he sort of runs up, then
Kick.
skips into the
you imagine-
skips into the strike.
Can you imagine that training session? Right, lads, I've been watching Fawlty Towers all weekend. This is what I'm going to do.
It's not the Ministry of Funny Walks from Monty Python or anything like that. He's not just doing that.
No, it's a weird pen.
The worst, the most annoying penalty I ever saw was that Pogba like literally walk up. Did you see that? Where he basically did the.
This is the bit where like literally like you get like Stelling and stuff on Soccer Saturday just going, how many steps is it going to be this time? And they're all like 20, 17.
To be fair to him, he
12.
absolutely rifled it in the top corner. So fair enough. Yeah. So
England scored 2
qualifiers. So
goals.
automatic
Yeah.
qualifiers are now done. It now basically just goes down to the playoff teams, of which there's about the same number of teams that have already qualified. It was ridiculous. I looked at it on BBC today. It's like 20 teams in the playoffs. Because obviously there's the teams that finished third in the tables, and then there's the other teams who finished top of their Nations
Nations
group.
League.
So they get the second chance playoff.
And all these different routes to qualification give them different access in the draw, don't they?
Something like that,
Because
so
England
yeah.
are now like a top 6 seed.
But apparently they can still get an absolutely nightmarish group.
Yeah, because I think Germany got relegated from their Nations
And
League group or whatever.
What they've said is they've UEFA have kind of shafted themselves, because I think what they've said is that each host city will have at least 2 games in their designated stadium, and there's like 12 host nations or something like that. So it's like shit. But England have been told to play all 3 group games at Wembley, and then
Wembley's got
both
got both semis and
both
the final.
semis and the final are at Wembley as well.
So the potential is that we'll just have to go into Europe
So it was something like
to
the
play the quarter. There's a 16 and
there's
a
a round
quarter,
of 16 and a quarter final. So I think they said that the round of 16 would either be in Dublin or Rome. Seems to ring a bell.
So someone worked
And then
out there where it
Madrid
was.
or maybe Lisbon.
Yeah, because I think someone worked out where, like, you know, there was going to be a hell of a lot of travelling for fans to go, or potential travelling. Maybe it was before they decided to agree on like where it ended up going.
Yeah, but I suppose the big news of the qualification was that Finland have qualified for their first ever international tournament.
Yeah,
Obviously, because
it's because Pookie can't hit like a barn door in the Premier League at the moment, but can still put them away.
well, that's understandable, as he is shit. I keep pointing this out to people, but people just don't listen to me.
I don't think you were saying that about 3 games into the season or whatever.
I was. I
No,
still don't
no,
understand why
you-
everyone was putting him in a fantasy team,
Because he was scoring goals.
right? And people have still got him in a fantasy team.
Yeah, I know.
Where are
He's-
Norwich
he's
in the league at the
changed.
minute?
I don't know. Same place as Middlesbrough.
Oh, he's done me there. What he's done now is he's taken my pants and just whipped them off.
In fact, I think Norwich are bottom, aren't they?
Norwich had
Yeah.
did last year. At least Borough at bottom. Yet.
But technically further down the footballing ladder.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, true. Alright,
They're
mate, calm
20th.
down.
They're 20th. Where were you?
Alright, dickhead, calm down. This is nonsense, this.
Because there's more teams in the Championship, if they went lower than 20, does that technically, like, it's like minus figures, which technically is a positive, and then he's back in the, he's happy again.
Yeah.
So basically, it's because you can only class the first 20 teams. Yeah, we're technically third top. That must be how it works.
Of the first division.
Who knows? I don't make the rules. We'll let you guys decide.
Judging by that logic, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people that are happy about the fact that you don't make the rules as well.
York City fans are going, yeah! they've hit the skids recently. They lost in the FA Cup against Altrincham, and I think they've lost the next couple.
Will this be the first time that they've used the phrase concentrating on the league in a legitimate sense?
Well, it's weird though, because obviously they're supposed to move stadiums at some point during this season, and obviously where we work and where I park the car, I have to walk past the stadium every day. And yeah, like for the first time in ages, it actually looks like there's people working on it every day, which is
It's got his
bizarre.
name now, hasn't it?
But is it not just the York Community Stadium, or has it been sponsored by
It's got a
somebody?
sponsor.
Who's sponsoring it?
LNER.
Oh,
Ah.
So it's going to be the...
London
Are you
North
sure that's
East.
not the train in ground?
Oh no.
Dad joke right there for you. Enjoy.
Okay, well, it was nice having Stu on as a guest, but he's got to leave.
Do coming against you. I mean, not anytime soon. When you know
It's
where the door
well,
is.
I was saying to you, wasn't I? So as part of, obviously, I'm assuming this is the idea that all new stadiums will probably have this incorporated into it. It's got the sort of the leisure facilities that are incorporated in, and there's an IMAX there as part of the new thing. There'll be
In case you get bored during the football, you can just go watch a film.
Well, this is fucking shit. Oh, I've paid £15 at least to go see York 0, Hartlepool 0 with no shots on target. Shall I go and watch Spider-Man 8 or something like that?
In fairness, that's only the same as when we went to Huddersfield.
No, because there was shots on target. Legit. That's a legitimate story. Went to York versus Hartlepool at Boone Crescent once, where there was no shots on target for either team. Oh my god!
Oh no, I was referring more to the fact that there was amenities that was part of the stadium.
Such as
There was a cinema at Huddersfield.
yeah,
And a bar next to it.
that's not what I was trying to say. Sorry, we jumped ahead there. What I was trying to say was there's football pitches there. So I imagine the idea being that it's part of the York City and the York City Knights stadium complex, so they'll get a proportion of the proceeds that come from, unless it goes to the council. But what I was saying was there's football pitches there, so I've said to you, occasionally we'll be taking 2-hour lunches, do a little wander over, little 45-minute kickabout, little group shower. I'll get James's back, don't worry. Back to work. So,
And if it goes well enough, you might get in the side for the Saturday as well. So
exactly. So, you know, York are seeing us down there. They're like, "Who's that guy?" I'm like, "Who's that guy playing in goal?" And I'm just like, "No professionals." He's like, "No, we're talking about the other." Oh. So sorry about that. 2 games this week. 2 games on Thursday. Tough sledding. We're probably going to get absolutely cremated in one of them games.
Is there anything to go in the middle before we move to?
It was mainly international break, wasn't it? There wasn't very much that happened domestically.
Well, you say that, but domestically, the Women's Super League used the break to get a bit of publicity, didn't they? Get a bit of steam behind it.
Yeah.
So,
Was it Manchester Derby?
it was like Derby weekend, but the ones that I'd
North
seen,
London.
yeah. So that 38,000 turned out for Spurs Arsenal.
Was it at the Emirates?
No, it was at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. And then 23.5 turned out at Anfield to see the Merseyside derby.
Nice. Fair
So,
enough.
it's like, well placed, well done. I'm sure that they give a lot of them tickets away, but grows the game, doesn't it? So, top bombing.
Yeah, it'll be nice to see how it pans out. So that obviously it's getting more popular as it is anyway. And obviously the women's team doing as well as they do at the Women's World Cup will obviously help with that.
And then absolutely shitting the bed ever since. Somebody who I work with went to see the Germany game last week.
That was the one at Wembley, wasn't it? Didn't they lose to a 90th minute winner?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I think she said that they've played each other something like 9 times and they've not beaten them yet.
Germany are good though. Germany
Yeah.
have always been a really good women's team.
But for how well England did in the World Cup, I think that's
Yeah.
kind of same as usual, isn't it? Being an England fan, let's get your expectations right up there to come in right down here
Did
somewhere.
you see that Southgate's like tempered expectations by just saying, "Oh yeah, everyone's going to expect us to do really good, so I know that if we do really bad, I'm probably not going to have a job."
I'd not seen any context. I just saw the headline of Southgate says that he might not be in charge for the next World Cup, but I didn't see any context to it. I just saw the headline.
Speaking of people who might not be in charge,
Oh, he's played an absolute blinder there. Go on, James. This sounds like it's your nugget to share. I mean, it's not really sharing it with him,
No, well,
unless you're living under a rock and not. I mean, yeah. And when by the time this podcast comes out, this is old news, but it's obviously breaking news to us, somewhat.
yeah, well, I got home last night. It was only literally just checking my phone before I went to bed, and it was just like breaking news: Pochettino and all his crew.
Yeah, I didn't realise it was the entire backroom team that's gone
The
as
whole
well.
lot, yeah. Been fired.
So both me and this man pretty much said the exact same thing, which was a case of there are now teams across the European continent just going, "Oh my god!" So, for example, Bayern Munich are now just thinking, "Wow, that's a freebie," because they can basically get, unless they've got their eye on who they want to take over anyway, they can basically get arguably one of the top managers in Europe.
If they had an eye
For free.
they'd have probably already moved.
Potentially, yeah. So, interesting to watch your space.
So yeah, so last night it just said that Mourinho was favourite, and then this morning...
Lo and behold, this morning there he is with his Spurs shirt.
Yeah.
So,
I think that was said to Paul a bit earlier in the day. At least they had the common decency to wait longer than like 19
17
to 20
minutes or something like that,
whatever.
yeah. I mean, which team would ever do that?
Yeah, no, alright.
James Kidd's coming.
Yeah. Hey, I
Martin
tell you
O'Neill
what,
wasn't even cold.
as it turns out, it seems to have been the right move.
Here we go.
Well, it does. How's Woodgate going for
I
you?
was just about to say, how is Woodgate these days? So got a job?
Listen, everyone yearns for the days of TP.
In this season we do.
Come back,
Maybe he was in the
come
running
back,
for the Tottenham
Come
job.
back, Tony, come back.
Maybe he was in the running for the Tottenham job.
Tony Pulis, are you having a fucking laugh? Considering he couldn't even get the Cardiff job, that was a really strange one. So kind of sacked Colin, everyone's favourite manager, and then ended up going with the guy who... Did he get sacked by Millwall, or did he resign?
The Harris.
Yeah. So a guy that was deemed not good enough to take Millwall further has now got the Cardiff job.
I think it was. I was reading. I don't know if he left or got fired, but he's moved to Cardiff, who are at the time 2 places below Millwall in
Interesting.
the league or something. I think it was. But yeah, and I think I read a story. I mean, this might be old news as well, about Pellegrini's under serious
West Ham.
threat as well.
It's not a great shock.
I think there was. Yeah.
They started off really well, and I think they're now in the bottom 5.
I think it's because in that league as well, you know, outside of like the top. Well, there's like. It's like top 5, let's say, this year. There's 2 of them in there. Well, no, there's just Liverpool basically now, and the next 3.
So
it's
Liverpool,
top 4.
it's Leicester, Chelsea, Man City.
And then the rest of it's like a bit of a free for all. You put a couple of
Just
results
put your hand and
together.
just throw them at the fucking top of the
But West Ham are still in that mix.
They're not. They're in about. I think they're.
No, but
they're
if they put like 2 or 3 wins together, and I know that's more
put one
easier
win
to-
together.
yeah. But you can make serious moves in that league at the moment.
Yeah.
I didn't see someone was being talked about for that job as well.
West Ham.
Yeah, I can't.
Are you sure that
remember who it
wasn't Mourinho?
No, I don't think so.
Was it Pochettino?
No. I think my worry there is that Man United jump on the chance to get Pochettino. I don't think it's right.
Poor old Ollie. They'd be mad to let the opportunity go.
Do you think?
I think so. Let's be.
I think you give
let's-
Solskjaer time and he can do it.
Let's be honest. If you basically were saying, right, we're going to start with a clean slate from now, you can choose your manager. You've got Pochettino or Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
Right.
Who are you taking?
Look at the playing squads at Spurs and Man United. If Pochettino can't get those Spurs players doing anything, what's he going to do at United?
Sign better players. Not waste £80 million on a very slow centre half.
I don't think they've got any issue with that signing.
Maguire for £80 million.
Their issues are at the other end
Fair
of the
enough, he
pitch.
played for your lot and he was probably half decent there, but he's not a top level centre half. I'm sorry, but he's just not.
Still got to head like a 50p no matter how many times
just-
you're training
it's-
to head the ball.
it's
still
not even-
any which angle it comes
It's
on.
not even that I don't get. It's his pace.
Yeah.
He's just not. I mean, everyone says, yeah, but look at John Terry. Yeah, but John Terry wasn't. Well, John Terry didn't look like he was born in the caveman era.
I think I mean, yeah, okay, you might say that he wasn't worth the 80. He's improved that Man United defence.
Has he?
Yeah, I think so.
On the back of what you said about Solskjaer needing to be given time and stuff, I might be in the minority here, especially for Spurs fans listening, but I don't think they should have sacked him.
Pochettino?
Yeah.
Absolutely madness.
It's, I just don't get it. Like, everybody has a bad patch.
They over-exceeded last year, though, didn't they?
That was the problem.
You know, you've basically just like, yeah, okay, you've got like last season's Premier League. It's like 2 freak teams. Do you know what I mean? Liverpool and Man City are just in another world last year in terms of like the amount of points they put together.
Yeah.
So Spurs have done what they can do, right? And they've hit the Champions League final, and then they've just made the mistake of going, we're now the second best team in Europe, or
It's
we
probably-
need to push on from that. I don't. You were never gonna. You were never gonna have, really, looking at Man City and Liverpool, a title push this year, as far as I'm concerned.
Is it too easy to say the worst thing they ever did was moving into that new stadium?
I don't buy that's any part of it.
Well, if you look at teams that move into new stadiums, like I think there is something to it. That like it takes a little bit of time to reacclimatise, because obviously Arsenal didn't like. Oh well, Arsenal you could argue still haven't. Like,
the difference with
done
Arsenal
anything.
though is that when they moved into that stadium, they stopped investing in the squad to pay off the stadium.
Yeah.
But
Spurs haven't been investing in their squad before they got that new stadium, so I don't think you can blame that.
I suppose they bought. Players
They've
this
bought
season.
more players since they've been in that stadium than they have done previously.
And as well, they played in that stadium last year, didn't they? And they got to the Champions League final, so it's not.
Yeah, but if you look at the games, they actually won more. They actually got there by winning games away from that stadium rather than in the stadium.
I think there was a stat apparently that they hold more points last year with Kane out the side than they did with the side or something.
It's
Which is weird.
It's a strange situation, but I don't think.
I think it was tough to.
I think there's more to it personally. I think that something's.
Maybe it's the fact that if it is the stadium, maybe it's the fact that they put the brewery in it, so they're spending more time in the boozer.
Maybe, but I think there's.
Maybe it's driven by the fact that they've sacked him before he asked. Maybe they know that he wants to leave.
I personally think
he's
it's
lost
that.
heart in
I
the
think
project.
he's maybe had his head turned by like talk that Madrid aren't really happy with Zidane, or that Valverde's not
I'll tell you
secure at Barca.
I'm
and stuff
pretty
like
sure
that.
Tottenham would be happy with a straight swap for that.
Well, yeah, but
Zidane.
I
What's the
reckon.
motivation for Zidane?
I reckon it's that he's potentially had his
Yeah.
head turned and like Levy's spat his dummy out and just gone, well, fuck you, then off you go. But
The only
see,
weird
I
thing
suppose.
that I don't think necessarily supports that argument is Levy's normally quite tight.
Mm.
If he thought someone else was going to turn his head, he'd hold out for them to pay a fee
Well, it
for him
depends.
rather than the fact of like
Well, it depends
because
on.
he's going to have to pay to sack him.
Yeah, but how much longer do they have on his contract? I don't know if it was supposed to be
don't know.
out. The out contract at the end of next season or something like that, so that's not that much to
One
have
of-
to sell.
One of the things I'd seen said that it was very vague, set to receive between 9 and 12 million.
See, in the grand
Uh,
scheme of things,
that-
that's not that
That
much.
doesn't sound like he's right at the
No,
end of his
but
contract.
for a manager, that's a lot. For a forward, nothing.
Yeah, but it depends. If you think about it, nowadays managers probably are getting like between sort of like 3-4 more a season. I think Wenger was on 10 million a season, and he was the highest paid manager in the Premier League.
Was that because he was claiming his pension at the same
Probably.
time? Yeah.
Have you seen the pictures of him recently? Looking a bit ripped. The old washboard stomach, a bit like myself actually. Yeah. The old washboard abs.
Is he planning on making a?
Playing
No,
it, I don't
no.
think so.
Was he a player then? Was he a player?
Wenger, Ferguson, Mourinho, it's all the same. Like they were players, but they weren't very good.
I didn't know Mourinho was a player. If I'm honest.
Klopp, I think Klopp played for Mainz, maybe. That's about the level he got to. Guardiola was. Oh wait, no.
Guardiola was an absolute
Fucking
top level
awesome.
player.
Yeah, he's the exception to the rule. So there you go. I think we've covered this week in football. This week in football.
I think so. Yeah.
That's why I thought we were breaking for the jingle.
We can break for the jingle if you want.
Advert break. Water break. Thanks. Cheers. Should we do last week's games? Oh wait a minute, there wasn't fucking any. And if we had covered the Pools game, I'd have been fucking well pissed off because they were 2-0 up, playing against 10 men, still drew. Useless. Fucking. Although they did have a stonking win in the cup against Yeovil. They've the part of the United Twitter feed sent out quite a funny one. So obviously the first game in the cup was against Yeovil, so obviously North East going right down to Somerset. The second round tie was Exeter or Cambridge, so again another fucking long journey or something like that. I'll find the exact tweet, but it was something along the lines of in breaking news in a unique twist or something like that.
I've just realised I've completely fucked up this
Oh no. Why?
Because for one of the games, I didn't have to include Stu.
Yeah.
Because he's naturally included
Yeah.
in the other game.
Have you done
But then,
Middlesbrough versus Hull? Hull versus Middlesbrough.
no, I've done Middlesbrough versus Hull, but then I haven't done the Hull game for the midweek.
Oh.
Oh.
So, absolutely top banter from Pools. So obviously Exeter won their replay last night, I think it was, to go up against Pools in the second round. Hartlepool United. Breaking, in a shock move, the FA have confirmed that if Pools can overcome Exeter City, they will travel to Adelaide United in the third round of the FA Cup.
That is brilliant.
So basically, it's just a running joke that they're just getting the furthest fucking
Oh,
possible
right,
team away.
Australia?
And then Adelaide United, either way, huge game for us at Cooper Stadium in the FA Cup. So they've obviously jumped all over it, so that was quite funny. Yeah, no games to cover from last week.
There are no games covered from last week. However, I just need to write something down real quick.
So we've got this week's games to cover.
We have got this week's games to cover very shortly.
So this week's games start with a lovely Friday evening
yeah, what's
trip.
that all about?
Fulham versus QPR.
Who gives a shit?
Who gives a shit, apparently? God's sake. Obviously, forgetting that Andy's a huge
Bristol City
Queen's
fan.
Park Rangers fan. So yeah, opening game of the weekend is that. And the big game of the week, Man City versus Chelsea at 5:30 on Saturday. Interesting. Well, Mourinho didn't have to wait long to get his mug back on TV, did he? West Ham versus Spurs is the opening game of the weekend at 12:30. But
I think arguably pick of the Championship, West Brom Wednesday.
yeah,
Are you kidding?
he's talking about the day, he put the day after.
Talking about Sunday lunchtime.
Sunday lunchtime kickoff. But yeah, as for this podcast, I mean, James Panas, you're going to have to lead us off, aren't you?
Yeah, James.
Why?
It's you to go
Because
first.
it's your team.
It's my team, but
So
I
talk
mean,
about it, tell us the game.
So what game is it?
That, not
It's,
asking me to pick it.
it's Andy's team.
Oh my god, are we taking a little trip to Andy's
We're off
birthplace?
to a titty bar, aren't we?
So if we've got you two against each other and me and Andy against each other.
It's the perfect week. Andy, how many times have you been to Bristol in your life?
Tell you what, I've been to Bristol more times than I've been to Leeds.
Big fat bagel.
Yep, correct. So even though he was born there, he's never been.
Magical.
Call yourself a fan.
I know.
I have no idea. No, I still honestly can't even remember why I thought that you said you were born in Bristol.
You just thought that. It was just. It was like, I was born in York, and you're like, no, you weren't. Pretty sure I was.
Pretty sure no.
You were born in Bristol.
It's news
Still-
to me.
Still to this day, nobody knows. Bristol City versus Nottingham Forest is
Tough
the first game of the week.
Game.
Yeah, but we've tended to do better in those top of the table clashes than we have against the ones that you'd be expected to win.
If you'll pardon the phrase, a shithouse team.
So
like,
either
like the whole and what was the other one we lost? Was it Wigan?
Yeah, I think so.
either Paul,
Yeah.
myself.
Should we have
Or
the guest?
Stuart.
Should we allow the guest to give us his thoughts and pick first? I think we should.
Big fat 0-0 all over it. Go.
Stu does love a good 0-0.
He does.
Well,
He's even written it down.
I have written it down, but I'm going to slightly change it. So
To
my initial
0-0
thought,
the other way?
I'm gonna
0-0 with goal scorers.
I'm gonna do James a favour in the respect of how he
No
does
way.
me a favour.
Give
Oh
him
my
a goal.
god. So you would have said 3-0, but
I would-
because he's in the room.
No, I would. I have written down on the paper when I was thinking about this before. I have written Bristol 2, Forest 0. But seeing as he's in the room, he can have a goal.
2-1 podcast favourite. 2-1.
I mean, it almost. I mean, I might have a little bit of something in my ear, but that sounded a little bit like Stu was basically telling you to go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
you got something coming in your ear.
Now give you a little go.
Oh, funny.
Your goal scorers.
Watkins and Wyman, or however you want to pronounce him.
V-Man?
Is that a Villa fame? Is it the same fella?
Watkins?
No, Vyman.
You
Is
said
it-
Watkins first.
Sammy Watkins.
There was a Watkins in the lineup when I was
Oh,
checking through.
I'm just thinking Ollie Watkins.
It's
I
not
thought he played
Ollie
for
Watkins,
Brentford.
it's Brentford, yeah.
And
Sammy Watkins.
why not put Grabban down?
Sammy
Because I
Why
had no
not?
idea.
Because he's
Why would you not?
Well,
'Cause
they
he
give him a
nailed
goal,
one.
that. So, you know.
for 60 goals this season. Did you know? 60 goals.
All
This is-
season or just up until Christmas?
This is an avid listener of the podcast. He knows.
He knows.
He knows.
60 goals this season. I think he's had 2 so far. Paul.
It's not Ollie Watkins, it's Marley Watkins.
Sammy Watkins.
Marley Watkins. Why do I know that name?
Is it because you've seen the film Marley and Me?
No.
Is it because you work with someone whose surname is Marley?
It could be.
There you go.
Maybe he's just a big fan of Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol.
Maybe. It's Marley's Ghost.
It's just so weird. I also feel that Bristol City could have too much for Nottingham Forest in this game.
Really?
You can all
Too
go
much.
fuck yourselves.
Ooh, someone's scared.
Big 3-0's coming out.
Yeah.
Big 3-0's coming out
However-
of the corner. Just write down now, James, yeah?
However, I'm going to give him a little bit of a chance.
Can you give him a goal?
I'm going to go 1-1.
Okay.
Goal scorers. Now this is where it could get a little bit interesting.
I've got something in mind, I don't know if he's playing though.
I'm going to go absolutely out of the box.
Right.
Thomas Callas,
Who the hell is that?
defender, used to play for the Borough. Used to play for Chelsea.
Used to play for the Borough.
Okay.
The Nottingham Forest goal, as we all know, will obviously be scored. Sammy Amiobi.
Good shout.
Because I've laughed when he's been mooted
Tout it out.
as a goal scorer in the past, and then it's
He delivers though, doesn't he?
He is the postman. He's always delivering.
I didn't realise Bristol City were actually 6th on the same points as us. We do have a goal. We do have a game in hand. Right, but
I'm going to go against the grain.
Jesus Christ!
I'm throwing it all out today, James.
Always.
0-1. Brace yourself.
you go in LG.
Grab and to score.
Luis Graban.
Luis.
Graban.
And James. 0-3. Come on.
No, I'm going to go 1-3.
I am shocked.
No, no, 1-2. No, I think no 1-3. Let's go for it.
Because they're away.
They can have a goal at home
If they were, if they were at home.
at Fortress City Ground.
Fortress City.
Your Bristol City goal scorer is.
Right, I hope he's actually getting game time.
So.
I'm going to go for a Phobie.
Yeah, I had a look at him and was like, oh yeah, he's definitely not playing.
Well, according to my little stat there, he's scored 3 in 5 appearances this year.
Excellent.
I don't know if they were all at the start of the season.
More
Though.
than
A hat trick.
Well, not obviously he'll get 2. So
No, I think he'll just get one.
Just
of course he
one.
will.
So,
He'll use that terrible, terrible beard that he's got to just
I know he's weird.
waft one in.
Struck it into the...
I'm with Paul.
Amiobi.
Amiobi's always a good shout.
Said no one ever.
And I will go with Silver for this one.
Silver Fox.
He's-
And then we're going to argue about it because Sky Sports don't report him as Silver. They report him as
That was the
his
week
other
I was
Portuguese
in.
name.
Yeah. His alias.
Right, so this basically,
Now then.
you two need to go first, and then we need to jointly go last, which is
Say
impossible.
it. Say it at the same
Rock,
time.
paper, scissors, start.
1, 2,
Yeah, but he's
3,
already
go.
got his written down, so you might as well go first before him.
So, our
So we move to Sunday, the live televised game, because they've
Super
obviously-
Sunday.
Sky have realised, you know what, lads? There's no bigger game there. There's no bigger game
At
in
12
world football at 12 o'clock
12:30
on a Sunday. 12 o'clock.
Is it 12?
It's literally lunchtime.
Hopefully your lot don't turn up till 1:30.
Well, they'll have had the Parmo from the night before. They'll be
And a
ready.
pint.
They'll be ripping and roaring. They'll have been to Dark City on the Saturdays.
It is the starter for the main course of
Liverpool versus
no. Sheffield United, Manchester United.
Oh dear. The game that no one wants to see.
I want to see that.
Of course you do.
I want to see Sheffield United get ripped a new asshole.
Hang on a second. Sheffield United are higher in the table than United.
I know, it's very disappointing that they keep getting results.
Wow, this guy.
So,
I think they're the fifth.
James Panas. Kick us off.
Borough Hall.
Yeah.
Let me just consult the table
I
and
reckon
see.
he's going to go.
Where is it at? Is
The
it
River Dance.
the River Dance? Might give you.
Flatley's going to be there.
Might give you a goal then. I'm going to go one each. Really?
Yeah, you just called that. Bang on.
Wow.
I knew you'd go draw.
Wait a minute. Bowen.
Absolutely, Bowen.
Jared.
And Ashley Fletcher.
No.
Brombalonga.
Handsome.
Allison. He's picked the auxiliary right back. Excellent.
Unfortunately, I don't have as much faith. That's James.
Well, what are you doing? There's a Hull fan in the room. You might be having some faith. Just in the wrong direction.
Right direction.
No. Never.
0-1. Bowen score. So which of you's going first?
I have got mine written down.
Wow.
Okay.
So, I don't mean to piggyback at this point in time. I haven't written Borough on the page, I just don't think they'll score. So, I'm also going 0-1, but I might as well go the other way and go Grzycki, am I?
So,
Were you going to go for Bowen and tell everyone else?
No, it's...
in almost a mirror image.
Here we go. This is a sort of game where Borough shithouse them way to
No. They played.
12-0.
They played really well against QPR. They came out of the blocks fast. They had a goal what apparently was correctly chalked off for offside, but at the time it looked very much onside.
Did they win that game?
No, they didn't. They drew 2-2. Look at this guy with his fucking head and fucking hair and glasses.
Okay.
The international break almost came at the wrong time for them because they just got back in the rhythm of playing well and stuff like that. However, they have quite a good record against Hull at home. I have gone 1-0 Middlesbrough. And I was going to say Grzycki own goal.
It's a good one.
He's going Bowen on goal instead.
I think Assombalonga got both against QPR, and I think he will continue a small, rich vein of form. So Assombalonga 1-0. I've already put it in the betting slip.
And they've gone.
They've rejected this.
You all fucking wankers.
They won't take your money.
So, I have got Bristol City Nottingham Forest 1-1 at 11-2. Middlesbrough 1-0 17-2. So my double is 60.75 to 1.
Interesting.
Who wants to go
Incidentally,
next?
the lead news article on Sky Sports now is Pochettino to Arsenal.
Oh yeah, good one. Right, what did you have for this one? Did you have one each? You had one each, didn't you?
For Middlesbrough,
Yeah.
one apiece.
And you had
1-3.
Forest to beaten by 8-0. 1-3.
1-3.
It's absolute madness.
It's like
fair.
he hates money.
It is like he hates money. So, draw Middlesbrough Hull 11-2. Nottingham Forest 3-1 is 25-1. So James's double is 168-1.
Solid.
Okay.
Perfectly solid. Stuart gone. Did you gone 1-1 Bristol City at Forest? Or did you 2-1 Bristol City?
2-1 Bristol.
17-2.
0-1.
Just looked at the midweek fixtures.
Jesus Christ, bottom of the table
I was
class.
going to say, you've got a tough one, especially if you lose this weekend.
And you went 0-1.
Mm-hmm.
So, your 2-1 Bristol City is 17-2. Your Hull 1-0 is 9-1, giving you a double of 94-1.
This time next week, you could be legitimately bottom of the
league.
table.
Yeah. No. Well, how can we be when we've beaten all 1-0? And then we'll go on to smash Barnsley 5-0.
If you haven't got balls to do that.
Stick it on.
How come you've ended up getting 2 home ties in a row anyway?
Hasn't he been like
Dunno.
on something?
Puffing.
Yeah.
I didn't wonder that when he turned
Mind
up.
you, we've got 2
He was
away
in it, he
ones.
was in what could be mistaken as a good move. And
What
that's
did you-
always
What did you go, Hull Borough?
unnerving.
Or Borough Hull, sorry? Did you go 0-1-2?
0-1.
0-1. That's 9-1 as we just
And
discussed.
stick me down for 0-1 on the other game. And then money.
Money, money, money.
Just read your text.
So Hull 1-0, 9-1. Nottingham Forest 1-0, 9-1. Double of 99-1.
Ooh.
Lovely, nice and round.
Always
Like
spinning
me.
that well.
And then we move to the midweek, noncery.
We do. 3 games to predict.
Starting off with.
The Borough versus the most Yorkshire team.
Are we all playing on Wednesday?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, well it makes sense that we're both playing on Wednesday.
The most Yorkshire team in the
Ah.
world.
No, technically it should be all first because they're alphabetically at home.
Let's go with what
All
the man has in
versus
his book.
Preston.
Picky
But yeah, we can go to Middlesbrough. Middlesbrough versus Barnsley. Well, James has challenged me now. So,
5-0.
yeah, do it.
I mean,
You realise that like you guys do this,
Yeah.
and then he gives out points at the end, right?
Yeah.
So he's goaded you into
So
that.
when he's looking foolish, when someone gets a hat trick,
Is that because you can't pick 5 players to score?
I just said he's in a rich vein of he'll score between every day and now.
So he scored 2, then he's going to score against us, then he's going to...
Get a hat trick against Barnsley, so that's 6 in 3 games.
You know that betting that you're putting on there?
Yeah.
Is there a reverse option for the fact that he won't score again before Christmas?
as on the longer times.
Don't know, but that sounds like a bet for
He's
this
not
week.
even going to be in the starting lineup against Barnsley because he won't have scored against Hull.
I need 2 more goals.
So what he's saying is hat trick off the bench. I like his thinking. Fletcher.
for a brace.
You've got more chance of Rudy Gestead coming on for a goal.
Don't.
As much chance as
Don't.
Adoma coming back.
McNair. Adoma coming back. Jesus, he had his chance.
Well,
That whore!
since we've booked the trend, James, let's have yours.
I actually think Borough will win, but I think it'll be 1-0.
And the score will be Ashley Fletcher.
No, I also think it will be McNair.
Ashley Fletcher used to play for Barnsley. Just putting it out there. We all know the rules.
No matter how much I hate to do it,
1-0 Borough.
1-0 Borough.
Yeah!
And soon as he's going to score every game between now and the end of the season.
Oh, he's going for Lewis Wing.
You've been baited.
Stu.
I have also written down 1-0 Borough.
Lovely.
So basically, if you combine all your scores together, and then just 2 of you decide to add in an extra goal, we'll get to the final.
If you combine all of our scores
Oh.
together, it'll still be closer than yours.
Your goal scorer
Oh. Why not go for Fletcher?
Used to play for Barnsley.
Yeah.
brings me swiftly on to QPR versus Nottingham Forest.
Well, as we know, Queen's Park Rangers is a difficult ground to go to. A draw could be described as a hell of a result.
I thought they were alright until Middlesbrough managed to score 2 there. Can't be that good.
That's like a backhanded compliment going on.
This fucking guy.
But anyway, it's not for me.
Basically just saying that's my
to wait my
dictates.
turn.
Yeah, fucking.
Paul.
Andrew.
QPR. Nottingham Forest.
QPR 1.
1.
Nottingham Forest 3.
Just like, you know.
I mean, he's like,
Cheese
well,
salad and
what score
company.
do I put down now?
Cheese salad in it.
Yeah, I'll explain that later. Not
Okay.
now.
The Naki
You've toasted
Wells.
salad. What? Hey?
The Naki Wells
I
goal
heard salad.
will be scored by QPR.
Okay.
The
Rabham hat-trick.
the Albert Adoma Graben Carvalho. Gold. Scored by the Forest.
I'm going to roll out Old Faithful. 1-2. I'm going to steal your goal scorer.
I was going to go for Wells goal, but I don't really want to jump on
Where's,
exactly what everyone else is.
Where's Lolly these days?
Oh, he's still
He's
there, he's
fine.
just shit.
No, he's not shit.
Shit.
He's still playing at first.
Shit, mate.
Well, he's not going to be shit on that day, is he? Because he's going to get a goal.
Get a goal. Come on, Joe, don't be shitting and get us a goal.
Then Graben's going to get the other. Stew.
Well, I was going to go 0-0,
Oh.
but seeing as he's in the room,
You're going to give him
You're
a
going to
goal?
give him a
I'm
go.
going to hammer this home every time now.
Hey.
Purely off the back of the Forest Hull game. But I have gone 1-0 Forest. And let's go. Other podcast favourite that's not been mentioned today, Matty Cash.
I nearly rolled
Up
Matty
from
Cash
right
out.
back.
I
Why do
nearly rolled
Why
him
does this
out.
podcast love right back scoring?
Because it's the thing. Go on then, James. 18-0.
Do you know? No,
5-0.
I was torn between 2-1 and 3-1, but I don't really like the fact that Paul thinks if I go 2-1 and Paul rates my team better than me, it just seems wrong. So I'm also going to go 3-1, but I actually was going to go 2-1. When I say 3-1, I mean 1-3. Clearly,
He said 3-1, get it down. Write it
I
down.
did. So I need 3 QPR goal scorers, please.
Hugo, Wells and Easy.
I was gonna
Easy.
I was gonna go for Wells, but I'm gonna go for Easy. Is it Ebereki Easy or something other like that? I don't know.
He absolutely ripped us a new one. He played at our place. He was
Well, when I was looking at
incredible.
the top goal scorers, like I don't know if there must be no one else in the QPR squad scoring goals because those 3 are all sat like next to each other, right? Like
eight,
basically
7
at
and
the
7 or
top,
something. Isn't it?
basically at the top of the scoring charts. All 3 of them.
Grabham hat-trick, I presume?
No, Lolly, Graben.
I've already written Grabham down. I'll take it.
Graben 1, Lolly, and much like Stu, but I've gone the other side. I think Ribeiro's scoring a goal.
Right. So, because of
Have you noticed on the Forest lineup though? Now we've started playing a right back, a right winger, at right back. So this is going well. Drop Robinson now. We just play a left winger at left back now.
now that we have our guest here, we now have to predict Hull versus Preston.
Oh dear.
Yes.
Sorry, mate.
Let me
Hull
jump in on
0,
that
Preston 2.
Oh. Goal scorers.
Shit, I thought you were going to ask me that. Paul Gallagher. Malt. There's a kid called Lewis Malt, I think.
one. Do you mind while he's
M-O-U-L-T.
waiting?
Okay. James Panas.
I'm going to have to look up a second scorer. I also think it'll be 2-0. I think Preston are strong at the moment. At Preston, the goal scorer there is Johnson still, isn't it? Daniel Johnson?
I think so.
I'll pick you another one in a second.
Are you having Johnson?
Yeah,
Johnson.
for one.
Whilst you're doing that, I mean, I'll just go 0-1 then, yeah. And one of these goal scorers, Gallagher and Stu.
I'm going to complete the hat trick of predictions of 1-0 and go for Hull to win 1-0.
Of course he is.
Interesting.
On the basis that we tend to do, as James thought, Forest tend to do better against stronger teams and screw up against the smaller ones, less able ones. And it kind of, especially after we've warmed up by absolutely thumping Borough 1-0 at the weekend.
On 17th of August 2019, Malt suffered a knee injury in the first half of Preston's match away to Swansea City, with manager Alex Neil confirming the following days that he had injured his cruciate ligament and was set to miss the remainder of the season.
Hey, you've already
I
said it
have
now.
to
though.
accept
Yeah.
first answer, I'm afraid.
You can put my second one down. I'll go Josh Harrop.
Fucking hell.
What?
So I definitely can't get any points.
Bowen for the.
It's
You
incredible.
can
Why not?
absolutely change it.
Oh,
Go on.
cool.
I will cross this player out if you believe he's not going to play.
But unless he's got a bionic knee.
There's your goal scorer right there.
He's got a Mahomes knee as it's formerly known.
Who is that kid?
That is Ben Davis.
Ooh, there's an ex-Pooley in the Preston squad. I always forget about that, but he never plays.
So picking him anyway.
So,
Benjamin Keith Davis, left back for Preston. He has had spells at
Ooh.
York City,
Yes.
stick me down for
Stockley,
David
Nugent.
Nugent.
Ted Nugent, cool.
Billy Bowden.
Does he actually get a game, or is he there just on some pretense?
Do you get a game? Yeah, exactly. Thought so.
Because he is. That's where he. Is where he made his name? Is that where he started? Nugent?
I don't really remember.
Did he
much
start
before
at Preston?
No, Berry maybe.
Was it?
This is going to be easier if I just put the bets on and just write down the thing, but I'll read them out as I'm doing them, and then you lads can discuss other stuff.
This box here.
That's fine.
Are we all done then?
Quick time, innit?
Where the hell has that just gone?
It's literally
There you go.
there. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, boy.
Hey, why don't you go for him to score?
Goalkeeper.
Connor Ripley. Ex Borough
Well, on your basis, he will score, right?
against Borough, even though he's playing against Hull.
Oh yeah, that's true.
This is like a bit of a turn.
Didn't really think that one through.
What?
So, we are still
I like this quiz.
trying to complete around the world in 80 questions.
Are we on the 4th or 5th instalment
This will
of
be
it
the
now?
4th instalment.
Yeah.
Just give you a little insight. So my Middlesbrough 5-0 pick is already 80-1.
Do you know why? Because it will never happen.
You'll never
I
happen.
bet when you press the button, it comes up with that bet responsibly advert.
Probably.
Don't make a bad Betty.
Whoa, bad Betty.
Did I say
Lamb,
that
lamb.
this is the 4th?
You just said that, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. I'm just
Is it though?
Because I've just looked at that and I'm like, I don't remember.
What does it say, Paul? Have we? Where's my book?
I don't remember having these questions.
What? Are you looking at the third one?
Yeah.
That's Paul's book, that one.
Excuse me.
Around the world.
Oh.
Around the world.
My
Oh no!
word.
Oh hang on.
So
Sorry.
Middlesbrough 5-0, 80-1. Preston 2-0, 14-1. Forest 3-1, 25-1. So for my modest pound, I will return 31,589.
Now then, if that comes in,
Should really just put 50p on it, shouldn't
I mean, I'd get a tenner on it if that was-
Man, it's
Yeah,
Right,
it
it
should
should-
be
have you
number
got-
4. We've done 3 around the world. Because 4 weeks ago we did a joe.ie because it's not even joe.co.uk anymore. So I guess they were getting ready for Brexit somehow.
Hard Brexit.
tax dodge.
Yeah.
That's one of them bets
I
that you just
don't
mentioned where it's like, oh, it's worth a quid. No, you just spent a quid.
I honestly don't recognise these questions from the third section. Have you got any answers or have you got A, B, C?
I've got answers.
So what is your answer to the first question from last week?
AS Monaco.
Which is not an option.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
So AS Monaco is for the second
Right, okay.
question. So what's going on there?
So if
So
you
we're
look at the
wearing
if you look at the first one, the very first one that's in that around the world in 80 days, my answer is Mumbai Tigers,
And that is the first one.
which I think is when
Ah.
you and
That was when
Matt
Matt
were
were here. Yeah.
No, yeah, no.
so is that number 1?
So that'll be 1 to 10.
Yeah, and then the next
Then
week, my
it'll
first
be
answer
11
is
to 20.
Yeah.
Then it'll be 21 to 30. So we're on
31.
31.
Well, yeah, that
So
makes
that's right.
sense.
Yeah.
All right, okay. So
So-
what were you looking at then?
So I'm looking at 31 going, I don't recognise any of these, thinking that we should be on 40.
No.
No.
Good.
Good. It's the good. Right.
Oh, these odds are coming down, lads. These are pathetic.
We're not getting 30 grand.
You're not getting 30 grand.
Well, you're not getting 30 grand
I'm
because it's not.
getting 30 grand. 'Cause I'll be retiring.
You're going to look foolish, and I'm not going to give you any of it. So fuck you. You want me?
I mean, if only there was a recorded evidence type situation.
Don't know what you're talking about, mate.
/ legally binding document.
I mean,
Oh yeah, those contracts we signed.
those
right at the
contracts
start.
that we definitely should get signed at some point. So yeah, we're doing around the world in 80 questions. This is the fourth section. We are doing questions 10 of which today. The same old rules. Play at home. Try and beat Paul. Try and beat the winner of this week's quiz. Stu.
Right, lads. Just before we crack on, so as previously discussed, I will win £31,589.
No, you won't.
Stu, quite modest, 890.
Oh, Stu, what are you doing?
Andy with £989. James is a little bit more out there with £3,509. Very nice, James. Very nice.
For 3-1-0 wins, essentially, that seems.
James.
Badness.
Oh, you picked 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's good.
1-0 across the board.
There might be something in this bet, like.
Isn't that just
Yeah, for the bookies.
For the bookie, yeah.
Into quiz 16. Yeah.
So, this is question number 1 of this week's quiz. I'm sure there'll be loads of names I can't pronounce.
No.
Who are the only international team to have retained the European Championship?
Oh dear.
Your options are West Germany, Holland, Spain, or Germany.
I'd be disappointed if anyone didn't write that down before the options.
Yeah, I remembered halfway through.
What, when the correct answer was revealed?
No, as in before the answer came out. I'd just forgotten.
Number 2.
Piece of.
Is that
I'm so ready for
Riyad
text?
No.
Mahrez
Yeah.
has been a revelation this season. From which French club did Leicester City sign him?
Oh God,
I think
he's
this
right.
is the point where I have to remind everybody that this was dated 2016.
Yeah.
Marseille, Montpellier, yeah. Guingamp, Le Havre.
We got it right.
Who got it right?
Well, was that not why you will?
Did you do a little fist pump?
Yeah.
I got a fist bump because I got it wrong again.
Yeah.
So I'm well on track to a Bengals 0-10. Which club won the German Cup last season? Remember the date?
So it's 2016. Oh, hang on.
It could be the 2015-2016 or the 20.
Was it at the end of? Oh, well, it said Riyad Mahrez has been a revelation this season. So that was the season that Leicester won the league, which was 2015.
I think we're probably overthinking it. Just wait.
I was
Wait
going
for
to
him
say,
to give 4 German
we're not
clubs and we
gonna-
go.
The
That seems
answers
like
might give a clue.
Yeah.
VfL Wolfsburg,
Yeah.
Borussia Dortmund, Bayern Munich, SC Freiburg. Oh, I'm torn. I'm going with that. Oh, fuck. Still. Owen.
I'm going to say again, I'm quite sure the gel pen.
Gel pen, lovely.
4. Massimiliano Vieri.
Yeah, that
The
sounds right.
brother of Christian Vieri represented which international team?
I didn't know Christian Vieri had.
France, Italy, Australia, or the USA? Cock. Number 5. Which of these players was born in England? Owen Hargreaves, Wilfred Zaha, Raheem Sterling, Vinnie Jones. Number 6. Gibraltar competed in qualifying for the upcoming Euros for the first time in their history. How many goals did they concede in their 10 group matches? 34, 45, 56 or 70? Ah, go on, right. Number 7. Which of these South American countries has never qualified for a World Cup? Venezuela, Bolivia, Peru, Ecuador. Number 8. In the 2010 World Cup, who were the only side to be knocked out at the group stage despite being unbeaten? North Korea, Ivory Coast, Italy or New Zealand?
I keep thinking my drink is there. But it's not.
It is absolutely not. Number 9. Who is the only goalkeeper to have won the Ballon d'Or? Peter Shilton, Lev Yassin, Iker Casillas, Gianluigi Buffon. Interesting. And your 10th and final. Former Liverpool and Ajax player Jari Litmanen is the record appearance holder for which European national team?
The
Sweden,
so-called Golden Generation.
Finland, Holland or Norway? Cock.
How do we compare them, Paul?
Right then.
Different podcast,
Oh my God.
boys.
You got one.
Have you ever seen the videos of when people gobble to turkeys?
Yes, I have seen that this week as well.
Oh my God. I never knew. I've lived my life. I was this age when I found out that if you gobble to a turkey, it gobbles back. If you gobble to a field full of turkeys, they all gobble back.
There you go, ladies and gents, you can play the podcast to the...
Hilarious. Right then.
Do not adjust your...
Number 1. Who
It's
are
not
the
been for-
only international team to have retained the European Championship?
L'Espagna.
Oh, in Spain as well.
They won the Euros 2008 and 2012. Number 2.
And just a cheeky World Cup in between.
Just
Riyad
World Cup and me.
Mahrez has been a revelation this season. For which French club did Leicester sign him?
Le Havre. Le Havre.
No, I didn't put that. I put Montpellier.
I also put that.
Le
He
Havre.
had only scored 6 goals for Le Havre. Which club won the German Cup last season?
Tried to overthink it, went Freiburg.
I went Munich.
Oh, Wolfsburg.
Dortmund then.
Oh, I went Munich. VfL Wolfsburg beat Borussia Dortmund in the final. I guess
That's
I'm
one
not
of the
say
three
that.
that we've gone a different answer on.
Massimiliano Vieri, the brother of Christian Vieri, represented which international?
I'm pretty confident on this.
Well, I'm pretty sure Christian Vieri was born in Australia, but moved to Italy and ended up playing for them. So I've gone Australia.
I've gone Australia too. I thought that was pretty
I
much the same.
put USA, scrubbed it out and put Australia.
He made 6 appearances for the Socceroos.
Yeah.
Yes.
Australia.
I thought I remember Rieri.
Pretty sure he was born in Barbados or Jamaica.
Was
Number
he?
5. Which of these players was born in England?
I think it's Vinnie Jones, the only one who didn't play for England. Played for Wales.
Well, Zaha didn't play for England.
He did.
Wilfred House.
He played in a friendly.
Did he?
Yeah.
I didn't think he
But because
played
he
at
played in a
thing.
friendly, you could switch.
I've gone Raheem because at any opportunity he talks about fucking Wembley and being a Wembley kid.
I've also gone for Sterling.
Is it Vinny?
He played for Wales.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Jones.
I was too busy crossing out USA from the last question and panicked because I didn't hear the question
USA!
properly.
USA!
Number 6. Gibraltar competed in qualifying for the upcoming Euros for the first time in their history. How many goals did they concede in their 10 group matches?
Ooh.
56.
I think I've also gone that, but I'm now thinking that's too many.
I've also gone 56.
I also went 56.
40 something?
Heavy defeats to Germany, Poland, Scotland, the Republic of Ireland and Georgia mean that conceding an average of over 5 goals per game.
No, so maybe it was 56 then.
56.
Oh, wow.
I got that one right. Which of these South American countries has never qualified for the World Cup?
Venezuela.
That's what I've gone for.
Venezuela.
A country named after the city of Venice. Venezuela. I got that one right as well. In the 2010 World Cup, who were the only side to be knocked out at the group stage despite being unbeaten?
The All Whites.
New Zealand, mate.
I went Ivory Coast. Didn't have a clue.
So did I. I got it wrong as well. They drew all 3 games in the group stage, going out alongside holders Italy.
Yeah, you've done me.
New Zealand. Who was the only goalkeeper to have won the Ballon d'Or?
Have we had this question at some point in the past?
If we have, that's probably why he knows it. I have gone Buffon.
I've also gone Buffon because I think there's some weird thing about it wasn't an actual Ballon d'Or, but he got some sort of special one.
I'm pretty sure.
That was the gold. That was randomly. He got the golden boot.
I'm pretty sure.
No, not the golden, but the. No, it was. One of them got something.
One of them got a golden Ballon d'Or.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's Lev Yashin, and he now has the award for best goalkeeper named after him.
Winner of the 1963 award,
Annoying.
Lev Yashin.
Fuck off.
And finally, former Liverpool...
An education costs nothing, James.
Ajax player Jari Litmanen is the record appearance holder for which European national team?
Finland.
I went Norway.
It is Finland.
I went Holland.
It's strange that we're obviously going back to an old quiz because it's been in the news though since Finland have
As well as
qualified for their
racking up
first ever one.
137
They're saying
caps.
it's something that the golden generation of Finland that included Litmanen and Hippier, who were like arguably like their
42nd
their biggest two named players could never
Finns
carry on to.
Patriots. The answer was Finland.
Yeah.
Possible 10 points there, boys.
7.
5.
9.
9.
What a twat.
Remember how you didn't want to change the quiz to something that you can actually win?
No, I don't want to change it just to win.
To have a chance of winning.
I'm happy with 7.
After 4 questions, we were all on 3. I thought that was going well for me, and then it all went south at the end.
Do you know I did
okay,
I did consider Vinnie Jones for that one, which is a bit annoying.
So there you have it.
There you are.
So the week in the books. Thanks again, ladies and gentlemen. Although I think ladies is possibly stretching it.
There's a few ladies that listen.
Is there?
Good on you, ladies. Thank you very much. You crack on, girls.
Thank you very much.
Goodbye.
I didn't realise how.
Guten Tag.
That's hello.
We're all,
Garçon means boy.
all have to go and gobble at turkeys now, aren't we?
I got work.
Excited until he said turkeys.
Sorry?
So there you go, what do you think of that? Another one done, another week of the season gone, another quiz gone, another win for Paul. Yeah. YouTube watchers, make sure YouTube subscribers like, share, comment, all of that good stuff. Everybody jump over to the cookiecast.com, check us out over there, send us some love. So until next week, I'm going to say bye, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.